Steven, the commentator. We are going to illustrate how to clone a hard disk. Why do we clone hard disks? Like you see in this computer lab, we have 4 servers. So it takes time to work on each and every server. So what you do, you work on one server, install all the programs and all the settings, then clone all the other computers to have the same setup. So Mandella, we have our flash ready. Will you please switch on the computer? Thank you. And then press F12 to boot from the flash. We made a bootable flash disk with the CloneZilla such that we can use it to clone one hard disk to another. So CloneZilla is now prepared. You can see the other hard disk that we've put, but there is also a hard disk here. This is the hard disk, the resident hard disk in this computer, and it is all set up. So this is the other hard disk. So we are going to clone this onto this. These hard disks are exactly the same. We shall only transfer this hard disk to another server and switch it on, and everything will be fine. So back to CloneZilla. Mandella, press enter. Thank you. Here we are. It will take a few moments before we go to the next step. CloneZilla is quite easy to use, and the steps are self-explanatory. If you use beginner mode, it's just fine. And in a few 5 to 10 minutes, you will have a perfect, exact copy of your entire system. So here we are going to choose English is our language, and what we do is press enter. Thank you. And then we are going to keep the default keyboard settings, which is enter again. And then we wait for CloneZilla to come. So it's going to ask us, there are 2 options. Either enter shell or start CloneZilla, but we are going to start CloneZilla. Then we are going to choose the second option, where you see device to device. That is the option we are going to use. We are transferring everything on one hard disk onto the other, the operating system, any computing, drivers, and everything, because the computers are just the same. So you press enter, Mr. Mandella. Thank you. And then the system comes, and then it will ask us, of course here, for starters, let us use beginner mode, which is the first option. Enter. Then it's going to ask us what we want to do. Do we want to clone from disk to disk or from, so we are going to transfer from one disk to another hard disk. We have 2 hard disks here. Like you can see, we have a source disk up and then the destination disk. Be very careful which hard disk you use, because these serial numbers will help you trace which hard disk you are transferring from. So the source disk is the first one up. So let's go up and then press enter. Then this is the destination hard disk. Then again we press enter. And then it will ask us, do you want to reboot shutdown? Yeah, we shall click OK. Yeah, just click OK. And then it will start collecting the info. So it will ask again here at the bottom, are you sure you want to continue? You press the Y and then enter. Then it will still ask again, are you sure you want to continue? Y again and then enter. Then it asks, do you want to clone the bootloader and everything? Yes, that's what we want to do. Y and then enter. So here, the disk cloning process is going to begin in a few moments. What this means is, if I repeat, is that we have a computer lab with 4 servers. On each of these servers, you are going to install an operating system. You are going to install Office. You're going to install browsers. You're going to install printer drivers. And then, like for this case of Kihihi High School, they have N computing. You are going to install N computing and do the configurations for each of the servers. But how do you save this time? What you're going to do, you are going to install and set up one server. And since the servers are all the same, like you see here, we have a Lenovo. So Kihihi High School has 4. You can see another server over here and another one there. And then we also have another server. They are exactly the same, exact copies of each other. So what we do, you will set up only one server, and then we are going to pick the hard disks from the other servers, bring them to this one which we have already set up, and then clone. It will clone, you will have an exact copy, even the users, the passwords, and everything. And this happens in just a few minutes. So we shall not wait for this process, because in the next 5 minutes it will be done. And you just switch off your computer, and then you'll come here and remove this hard disk and transfer it to another server, and you'll have your computer working. Thank you so much, Mr. Mandella. Thank you so much, Kihihi High School, for giving us this experience. We hope this will help other teachers. Bye.